It's when you feel it in your soul. Lift the sound system. Now turn it up. Up. A little louder. Turn it up. Up. A little louder. Turn it up.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And able to break this out all the way to the 38. Great return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Check.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that would get a run up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 55 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Point it right. Regular. Hurry. Hey, alert.
Mayfield to throw it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Vikings 7, Falcons 3.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the...
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool, 72 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a short game down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Koo knocks gets this one through the post. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry. His 5th sack of the season. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this first and 10.
Evans running straight ahead.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The Vikings at 8-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's Elliott, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On 2nd down, Elliott shoves him aside. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Okay, right. Here's 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott.
98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25.
Come on.
indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Mayfield now on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
Williams, a man in motion right.
Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 35 on second down. Mayfield.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Elliott running right. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Now Mayfield on fourth down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2.
On third down, here's Evans. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
In motion left is Thomas. Fourth down, Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
33.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
About defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's caught by Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39. 39
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey, alert 33. Alert.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to get this one out closer to mid. It's the 45.
46-yard line. It's the game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. It was the same case on that play. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Elliott.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one too low.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Vikings are going to take over at the 13-yard line. But So another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in the second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll be out right at the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to Tony. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now we'll give whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Minnesota, they just keep on rolling as they move.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence if it ain't moving.